Good morning, Mr. Roy.
Morning. Good morning. See,
How's
we're getting a
everything
little. It's good. We're, in a nice calm phase. Like overnight trading wasn't crazy. We just got a few Trump bombs yesterday that caught me, but that's all right. Well,
paid me yesterday, so we had two different reactions on the same candle.
I now can correctly pronounce the country Laos, so that's cool.
I've always been able to do Laos. I've always been able to do Laos. There's still some to get. Laos is one. For some reason, I've heard Laos a lot. I don't know why.
Yeah. So
I don't know what they produce. They're getting what, a 36
something weird. It was like I think their Liberation Day one was like 37, and now it's 36, something, or maybe it's 35. I don't know. It's very close.
I think you went pretty much baseline across the board. I mean, you do have a couple points here or there, but most of them was around 34 to 36%.
Yeah.
I know we got a buddy says what was his wording? Let's go back and look at his. I want to see what his wording was in this. Obvious. The red today was a tariff going back to unpredictable. Well, I don't think they were actually unpredictable. I think they were predictable. I think the deal was if Japan wasn't mentioned and all that stuff, I don't think we would have got the reaction we got.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was all to do with Japan, personally.
Which is right on cue. Right on cue as you say that. Just hit the news. The U.S. and Japan are vigorously in tariff negotiations. So that's probably why you're seeing this little move up.
Yep. Yep. Japan continues to seek a mutually beneficial agreement with the U.S. Japan's trade negotiator Akazawa. Hey, look at that.
Hey.
Treasury Secretary Besant, who will be your next Fed chair, in my opinion. So I want to look for longs, Roy, but look where we're at. We're at that 400 we talked about yesterday. So we got to break that and clear before I do anything with it. But let's see. You got orders at 87, 89. You got a lot stacked down.
We found yesterday is the stream, wasn't a lot of action on the trading, but it's just patience, right? We got through the muck, and then the big move started to open up kind of after the stream, which was fortunate for anybody viewing, but we got there in the end.
Yeah, we got everything, all kinds of stuff coming out. Look at Roy cannot break that damn 400 today.
I tell you, man, that thing is must-watch TV.
Right now, I accidentally fixed it, and by gosh, maybe I need to take it off the screen.
So I need to do the orb. So the orb is pretty tight today. Let me do it. Get you an accurate orb. 62.72 to 62.81. So a 9-point orb. That is very tight range.
That is unusual, to say the least. I saw a thing. I found this interesting. Somebody had commented to one of Rip's live things or something and said that I watched the stream yesterday for an hour and they never took a trade. Just useless streaming. And the first thought that hit my mind is that's what's wrong with the 90-something% of people that fail at trading.
Yeah.
Because maybe in that hour, there was nothing in their system that said take a long or short. If it was us, there was obviously nothing in there that said don't do that. So we lost.
Yeah.
Traders have no patience.
That is something I've dealt with and still deal with. You gotta.
We all do it. Yes.
You gotta be able to take your time, play the setup.
Isn't it funny? volume starts turning down, volume goes down with it. Wow. It's almost like we got something figured out there.
Dun, 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 dun. Look at old Periscope. What do we got growing here? So not a lot showing on Periscope. You've got the cone's tight. You're a little above the cone, coming back down. You see this kind of shift. Orange means it's changed sides, so we are in negative gamma. So you could. Oh, there's a big update. So you've got more positioning above us. So what does that mean? Are we going to kind of dip down and then catch some of this gamma and then push back up potentially? Definitely a big news day, but we are in a tight range. Even pre-market range is not very big, is it? About 16 points.
Yeah, it's not a lot.
So
did you say that we got a busy data day?
So sorry, from the tariffs to sorry, you have unpredictable data day, I should say.
There you go. Yeah.
You've got your immigration or your cabinet meeting at 11, which we know should be positive, but you've got these kind of looming tariffs, negotiations on tariffs all over the place.
You got consumer inflation expectations at the same time too.
Yeah. Oh, and then you've got Morgan Stanley coming out saying the market should go up because they anticipate Fed cuts coming in September. So they're all kind of telling you it's not happening in July, but probably happening in September, which makes sense given the tariff pushing and all that stuff. No way Powell cuts in the middle of those without those being hit and actually accounted for. If August 1st is really the date that we get. TNX is slightly up today. Again, it's at 4.43%. That's a number you want to keep an eye on. You want to that is just straight up from the 15-minute perspective. 1 hour chart, you can see it's kind of done its little cup. 4.5 is kind of that oh no mode. So we probably could keep pushing up to 4.5. When you get around 4.5, you may see some dip or some profit taking happening.
Well, something to keep an eye on today with that is, you got the 52-week bill auction at 10:30, but then you also got the 3-year note auction coming at 12. That's the big one to watch.
Okay.
That's the one I will pay most attention to.
So, like I said, unpredictable data day. See, I'm slowly going to make my statement.
There you go.
Bitcoin, 109,000. Just chugging along. Solana hanging around 152, just chugging along. IWM's up almost 1% at 221. This has been the kind of the rotation that has been happening in the markets. Obviously went on a monster run dip and then found its footing. Look at that little long signal on the daily or on the hourly.
You definitely want to pay attention to your smaller cap stuff because there's definitely been some rotation. IWM, if it can break above 224, you could definitely have a move on it.
Yeah, and if you kind of zoom out on IWM as we're kind of waiting the regular markets, this is a weekly chart. So your all-time high is that 244 area.
Yeah, 224 probably close to it.
Yeah, exactly. You break that, you can get back above, and then you're looking at see all this consolidation over here. This is way back in like 21. So that's what you probably enter, and you probably get a chop, cut, then blast higher. That would be my perception on IWM. So
if anybody doesn't know, IWM was my baby a few years ago. I traded it and made a lot of good money on IWM.
You did, and you actually had a really good strategy every day. You were doing, what was that, earlier this year?
Yeah.
I think it was earlier this year. Yeah. I really enjoyed that. We may circle back to IWM, get this attention back on.
The calendar spread I was doing, talking about?
Yeah.
Only deal with the column spread is it limits your upside. It also limits your downside too. You can lose what you put in there, but it really limits your upside. But it can be consistent. But you need it. You don't need it to be skyrocketing while you're doing it. You need to be kind of chopping around.
And I think, going back to that weekly chart, I think we maybe ended a nice period where you kind of enter that chop. I think. I mean, this is a weekly, so I mean, this is like in the span of like almost 6 months.
Yeah.
So that would be lovely every day to be able to do that. Getting a push up on IWM, you're getting a little push up on SPY or on ES. Sorry, your anchored VWAPs from yesterday and today are actually at the same spot. Not a surprise given the price action. So a little bit of a candle by candle on the 10-minute to the long side. But the 1 minute is showing, I believe he's wicked on 1 minute. Interesting.
I saw something yesterday made me, I love Maple Stacks, right? He's anybody that knows Maple Stacks is a good trader. Very, very, very good trader. But a couple weeks ago, he was saying you only need one move. This is all you need. 2-minute chart. You're looking for, your EMA clouds to hold pretty much. And then yesterday, he said, you only need one move. You need CBC on the 10-minute chart. I'm like, dude, you got to be consistent here, right? You can't be, everything can't be just one move and then we're going to move around with it. Like, stick to what you got. His candle, like, I don't know if he's the one that came up with it or who came up with it, but it's fantastic. Now, is it 100%? No, nothing's 100%. That's what we got to remember. That's why we have stops. But it is pretty damn good when you break it down and look at it, though. We got burned a little bit. We went a little too heavy with it for a while there. Like anything else, there is a time and a place for what you do. That's why you guys have noticed, we try to add. We're not really, we're not really changing our strategy, but we add to it. So there's different ways we can look at it with how the market's working. Right now, it is we should be shorting this down 400 every time it comes fantastic because we have not been able to break through it yet.
Yeah, and you're careful if you're looking at taking that long. I mean, the setup is there for a 10-minute candle by candle, but as you can see, there was a short candle by candle on the previous candle, on the opening candle.
And your volume on tide is tanking.
Yeah.
I mean, we could possibly come down to that 75, 73 range. If you're looking for a long, that would where I'd be looking for a reverse WAP, but I mean, it could just come down there and take these orders out too and go down to 65 and take you out if you're looking for a long. So the best thing to do is to be careful. We must, did we get some news? That was a big drop all of a sudden.
Japan. Did the tariff on hibachi go into effect?
That would be a painful one there.
Woo,
but most of the hibachi chefs in America are Mexican anyway, so
that's true.
This guy, I think, getting deported. Most of them are.
Maybe a double whammy.
Canadian PMI came out. I'm not sure that's what caused that drop, but
if it is, buy everything.
Yeah, no doubt.
Not financial advice. Let's see. Oh, I got to turn my British guy on. Let me do that.
Came down right below that 72 level. Of course, it bounced off of it like I kind of thought, but I was a weenie and did not take a trade off of it because, I said you got to be careful. So I'm being careful. Yeah, everybody's talking. I heard somebody or saw a post about it or something. People talking about Liberation Day, how it killed the momentum in the market, blah, blah, blah. Of course, it's hard to say that when we end up going to all-time highs right after. I think what a lot of people and all they get stuck on is, tariff. What caused the drop, in my opinion, on the Liberation Day was just the unexpected announcement of the wide range of tariffs, right?
Yeah.
We talked about this. The unexpected. The stock market is forward looking.
Mm-hmm.
When the stock market doesn't know, and once they grasp what was actually happening and they say, hey, this is probably going to be short term, what happened? That's when we went to all time highs.
Yeah.
It had nothing to do with trade deals and stuff like that. Of course, that helps move it, of course, but the market is thinking, well, if we get this trade deal, we're going to get more trade deals. We're going to get more and more and more. You get reactions. But a lot of times, you just got to zoom out, right? Let's zoom out. Let's hide this. Let's zoom out on, let's look at the hourly. Okay, well,
Yeah.
You see Liberation Day, and you see we just popped after that. But it's still, it's checks and balances, right? It's stair steps up, stair steps up, stair steps up. And we're still, only thing that would concern me here is you did make a lower low here. And could this be a lower high here?
Mm-hmm.
That could be the sign of something turn. But if it breaks back, if you look back at that, if it breaks back above this 20 or 15 area, well, guess what? We made a new high now. So this lower low no longer matters, in my opinion. Just my thoughts. I like to look left sometimes, see where we're at, see what's going on with the market, and what's happening from there. If it breaks this 70 level, I might take it down short here down to 65. Try to get 5 points on it. This is.
How's Bookmap looking?
Oh, there it goes. I think it's going to break it down. They pull those orders. Like I said, I don't want a ton out of it. But if I could get 65 would be a great spot to look at. Maybe in 68. But I think 65 is our next spot. We do have a green bubble forming. I don't like to take a trade off a short off a green bubble. Everybody remember that. That green bubble is losing momentum, though, Roy.
Mm.
We're going to take one on top step. We're just going to see if we can get to 68. 68 would give me $125 on one trade. That would be a decent start. CBD is coming back some. So there is that to watch.
So when you see this downturn on Bookmap, but you see the green bubbles on the downturn, does that concern you at all on a short or?
Not yet. What concerns me more is they're bringing orders back in at 70, and we got that 70 break. Then it came right back. You got right back above it. Now they're bringing those orders back in. So that does concern me. They want to protect that level, which is no surprise. I mean, if you're a bull in the market, you want to protect from going lower. And
yeah,
you say that. I mean, they might let it run down there for entries too. So you got to be careful with that.
Right.
Bulls aren't always bullish. Does that make sense? Bears aren't always bearish.
Yeah.
You got to have the moves in order to get in the market to be bullish or bearish. So a lot of times what they look at, $50 up on this trade right now, though. So there's that working for me. If it comes down here and hits this 68, well, that'll be $125 to start with. I'm looking for the same thing on. Oh, there it is. All right. Well, there's a good start of the morning.
Good job. I rode with you on that one. I like that one.
I think this is one of the first times, Roy, that I hadn't started the day out red.
Hey, let's well, but the way you've ended days have been green, so let's just keep the momentum riding.
Well, that's what we're trying to do. We had a fantastic day yesterday. My gosh, it was great. I still think we can see the 65 here, but I'm not going to recounter.
So the green bubbles there really are showing that the buyers are stepping in, right?
It's showing they're absorbing those orders. So we don't really know. I mean, we know that Delta was positive on that bubble, but we don't know what the overall move is. So just that one bubble, Delta was positive. That's the one thing it tells us. So I'm 121 up on that. And then one account, I am 151 up in Take Profit Trader on one account. So if anybody doesn't know, every day the Take Profit Trader. Look how CBD. This is kind of weird. CBD has popped on this move down, Roy. We know what that typically means.
Yeah, can't get ahead of it, but yeah, that's
see what it does. If it tests at 65, if it can test that and then give us a green bubble, it might be worth a shot at trying to take a long down here. Well, it's going to give us the green bubbles beforehand.
Tide, you got volume ticking up a little on the big move down.
Yeah.
Definitely opposite on general market, though. So,
yeah. I don't care about general market. You know this.
I know this. So
you
maybe pop up.
I don't.
Maybe pop up to 62.70. And then
maybe that 70, 71 range.
Yeah.
Maybe. Now CBD's going up again. Now look at this. This is very, very strange. This thing has gone down and CBD has gone to 47, 48. Okay. I think we're going to test this 65 and get a bounce, Roy, is what I think is going to happen.
You got all things curling down on the 10-minute and the 5-minute.
Yeah, I wouldn't, if you're going to trade this, I mean, I would not look for 20 points off of it right now. I'd look for five points or so. If you can get that out of it, that would be a good start.
I'm going to flip over to my chart real quick and see that pre-market zone was a part of the reason why I also liked the short. So we had broke down. So you could come up and retest that zone again or below. So
yeah.
For those following along, that we don't just talk about what we're trying to do. We actually try and trade it as well.
That is what we do. We try to trade it. Wow. Can you imagine that? Who'd have thunk that? A lot of times we forget to trade it. I'm going to be honest with you. We get talking and we don't do it. But I am in a little long here on Take Profit Trader. I'm just trying to get back up to 70, and that'll get me $200 on a day. I like this little scalping here or there, making 50, $100. And then you look up, and I mean, yesterday I had one account. What was it? 701, 500 another, Roy? Is that what it ended up being? $1,200. It was $1,200 total. I think it's 7,500. And then another. Well, actually, it was over 12. It was 1,270 total. And then $500 day on Top Step. So we had about an $1,800 day yesterday. Trading 3 accounts. How about that?
I was always enjoy my my foreign friend. He doesn't know what LFG means until I taught him that. He's from Brazil. And
I remember you telling me that.
He always knows it. LFG.
Is that the same one that says sheet this morning?
Yeah, he was working on some spreadsheets, and he just kept saying, "I can't get this sheet to work. The sheet not working."
Sometimes I call shit sheet too. So there it is, 208.75 up in one account over here. Be a good day for a string alternatively scalp in the range. However, that's probably not a bad idea. I don't know. I'm kind of stuck. Now we're still look. If you want to click, let's click to mine real quick. You can see. So,
look at that.
Take this one off. Maybe there we go. See these green lines here? This is our range from overnight, right? As long as we're in this range, and Roy talked about it, this is from 54 to 80. That's not a big range.
Yeah.
You're looking at this. As long as we stay in this range, well, it's chop, which to Howie's benefit. A strangle would play out perfectly in that. You just don't want the big moves here or there. But, I'm going to watch this 65 area now, Roy. That's my major concern. I might have CBD. This is driving me crazy. CBD is now at 51, almost 5,200. What the hell is going on? Make that make sense.
I think you got 45 minutes or so. There's no data coming out, right?
No, there's nothing coming out for a while. I mean, you got 10 o'clock. You got the Fed 1-year consumer inflation expectations. We got 50 minutes till then, so
yeah,
you've got time. However, the one thing that would worry me with the strangle, you have to close, and it might come back where it would work out where you close one side, then wait for the other side to come back. But Trump had this cabinet meeting. This damn thing could go either way if he's feeling himself with it, and also he could post something on Truth Social in 2 seconds that either makes the market go 18 million up or 2,000 down. Who knows, right? So
yeah, he's got a little minefield. My guess is he'll post something after the meeting. That's
I would probably think that's about right, but
he'll be about 5 Diet Cokes deep in his day. He'll be ready to go.
Eating some McDonald's.
And some McDonald's, and trying their 16th different chicken sandwich in the last 5 years.
I want to be honest with you. I have no clue how people. I like McDonald's. I don't know how he eats McDonald's all the damn time.
There's certain foods that people like. For me, I could probably eat. Have you ever been to Qdoba? Did you guys ever have a Qdoba?
No.
So it's like it's a lower grade, kind of on the same level as Chipotle, but not as fancy.
Okay. You call Chipotle fancy?
Well, Chipotle's kind of fancy. Well, they can be pricey.
Okay. It can be pricey, but not fancy.
Yeah, right. They think they're fancy. Let's go with that.
They think they are fancy. Yes, they do think that.
They are the probably the top tier of make your own burrito deals from like a wider range. Anyway, I could eat a queso chicken burrito from Qdoba almost daily. I could probably knock one out.
You went all the way around the world to get right back to that. I got you. Now I asked, have you seen Super Size? Yes. And that guy died. I liked him a lot.
I thought he was good. I thought it was a good one. That's when documentaries to me were peak because they were coming in.
I just made $80 on Top Step, so I'm 198.85 now.
Nice job. I'm up 213. I took a long there as well.
Hey, look at you go.
We are at another $200 now. So this is a good psychological question for you. I'm 3 days in, $200 up. Do you continue now that you're over 200, or switch to another account, or do you stay on this account?
You know what you heard me talk yesterday. You know my philosophy now. I say you focus on one account today, and then if you get $400 or $500 up on it, then you okay, I'll go to another one now. But I think we need to get out of the mindset. We got to have $200 and that's it.
Yeah.
You heard me.
Very hot potato feel.
That mindset creates more problems because you tried to force trades to get to 200. When you're just hey, I'm just going to keep trading what I see. And then when I feel like it's enough, I'm going to stop.
Yeah.
It's kind of a thought process with it. CBD is going to 57, almost 5,700 now. So, yeah, Howard, that's back when McDonald's was cheap. There's damn nothing cheap nowadays. I still think, everybody's like, oh, Big Mac, blah, blah, blah. They're just plain double cheeseburger is fantastic to me. I love their plain double cheeseburger. Just the regular old double cheeseburger. That's my go-to.
Yeah. Well, my son's just now getting into more of a bigger palate. So I'm trying to wean him off the fried chicken guy.
So the weird thing about my son, he never got into McDonald's. His burger place was always Burger King. That was the place he always wanted to go. And of course, I grew up on McDonald's was the shit, right? That's where you wanted to go, is McDonald's. Like, if your parents took you to McDonald's, you were doing, you were fancy for the day. Go to the playground. Shit. Nowadays, kids like, oh, Chick-fil-A. What?
Yeah.
Sausage egg McMuffins. Wendy, look, Harry, I like Wendy's. I love a double bacon cheeseburger. I mean, double cheeseburger. I'm not a big fan of the Baconator. I don't really care for their bacon a lot. But, they're selling
the bacon's trash.
Buy the patties and the bacon at Kroger now, by the way. Kroger, if you want to sponsor us, we would definitely take you. I shop you almost every day.
So I used to not eat lunch and then walk to Wendy's after school and get 2 Big Bacon Classics.
Oh, okay.
And I would justify it by walking to Wendy's that allowed me to get that extra Big Bacon Classic. Getting a little pop here to Orb Low and to the
you want to watch
low range.
If it breaks 76, 77 area, this thing could pop up to 84. So if it does break up, would not be a bad idea just to pop along and ride up with it for a few points. But it's got to get that break. I ain't get that break yet. And you got all this cluster here. So you got a lot to go through. So you got to pay attention. Just watch. I'm getting surgery on my shoulder. Surgery. Okay, on shoulders. So I need to lose 10 pounds. Oh, wow, Howie.
Oh, yeah. Well, is it
you're
trying to lose? Yeah, I mean, are you trying to lose the weight because you know you're going to be immobile so you can gain the weight back because you're going to be eating poorly? That would be my process. I tell you, I've had one surgery. I had gallbladder surgery a couple of years ago. And when you start to watch what you're eating because your gallbladder may explode, you lose a lot of weight fast.
That's funny. I love how you put that. Your gallbladder might explode.
The doctor was like, "You should not be walking around waiting for surgery. You need to go now." It's like, all right. So I had to wait 3 days.
My appendix, it didn't wait till it actually exploded. So,
oh man,
I don't think I've ever felt pain like that in my life. That was the worst pain ever. You're counting every calorie. I get you. Good luck to you. Hope you succeed in your adventure there, brother. And your ventures. Get back to riding your bike as soon as you can.
Yeah, I'm with you though. That pain you get when when an organ is failing is not fun.
I won't ever forget. I'm sitting in the hospital. Like my mom takes me to my local doctor, and the doctor's like, "Hey, I'm calling the emergency room. You drive straight to the Oxford emergency room." And we live in Batesville, so it's a 30-minute drive. And when he looked at my mom, he's like, "You can get there faster than the ambulance. Do not stop at red lights and do not go under the speed limit." I was like, "Oh, there might be something really wrong here." And I had to lay in the back seat doubled over because I couldn't stand straight up because it was so much pain. And of course, when I got there, you know it's serious. They bring a stretcher out to the car to get you. Like as soon as you pull up, they're looking for you to pull up. And I went straight into surgery. And when I got out of surgery, I asked the doctor, I was like, "Well, how long is it going to be before I can play golf?" He's like, "Oh, you got 6 months." And I was like, "Dude, I hate you. Couldn't we have done something different?" Like, he's like, "You can't do anything. Like, you're done for at least 4 weeks just till we can get these stitches out." Like, okay, thanks. Appreciate that. Brutal. I don't wish that on anybody. Appendixes, when it get ruptures, it's bad. Bad. I mean, that can kill. You can die from that pretty quick. So,
Yeah.
I've had that. I've had my tonsils out. That's the only 2 surgeries that I've had. I had 3 stays in the hospital my whole life. I had those 2, and then I had a stay in the hospital when I was like 2, when I had the measles so bad they kept me in there for like a week.
I share this story when I was having the gallbladder pain. It was actually a time where me and my wife were not on good terms.
Does that bring her back?
So she saw me keeled over in pain, and I knew that she still liked me because she took me to the good hospital. There's a bad hospital and there's a good hospital. If she was going to take me to the bad hospital, I knew it was over. Well, my marriage was done. But she took me to the good hospital. So, and then from there we moved up.
Howie asked, so far is it news or bandwagon? Spandex is private markets. You have that, but it's a lot of bandwagon too. You know, you get chasers. Something starts to move, people start coming in, and that's probably my key where I probably need to sell some of this stuff when everybody's jumping into it. Because I mean, we're up a nice.
I wish they had better.
Back up.
Yeah, I wish they had better covered calls for you. I mean, those premiums are just ass.
I know. Yeah, it's not volatile enough, and for it to be decent to take a chance on. So I mean, you can sell them, but you're not making much. So
I had a thought. I mean, could you sell them? Could you sell them? So riddle me this. Sell them and then use that profit and buy puts, weekly puts for it.
You probably could.
And so you're kind of double dipping a bit. And at least if it tanks, you at least get some protection. I don't know. I was playing around with that thought process the other day.
I'm gonna tell you, SoFi. I mean, I will probably trim a little bit off, but SoFi is going to be. I'm gonna have a core position that I plan on holding. I mean, I don't have an end date on it, to be honest with you, because I think SoFi is innovative enough where they can continue to grow, and I think the younger generation loves SoFi. I think that is going to be, I said yesterday, I think that's going to be there, 30 years down the road, you look up, and SoFi is going to be mentioned with the other big boy banks, is because that's where all your younger generation is going to be at. It's where if they have any money, where it's going to be at.
Oh,
that's what they think if they have any money.
Check your Tasty Trade. See if you got a promo.
I haven't got anything yet.
Nothing? Okay.
When did you deposit? Yesterday?
Yeah.
Usually it takes 3 days to clear. But I'm saying since I don't have anything in here, they might not give me anything. I probably should have sold some money in here beforehand.
I don't think that matters. They should honor it. Yeah, so I'm calling buying puts with premium. Yeah, see? Me and Howie on the same page. Yeah. Selling calls, buying puts with premium.
Yeah. Just you got to go through the money to sell the calls. It's probably make anything off of it to where you can buy the put. I mean, buy the puts. My thing. Right now, let's look and see what.
Whoa! We're getting to move. What are we getting to move down?
Yeah, we need this 65 break, Roy. You might can look to take it down to 62.
Yep. Is it enough to scalp?
CBD came back a lot there. It came back. It's no longer going up with the volume coming down. Now we might get a little pop here because it's 65 area, but I would think 62 would be a spot where we could come down to here.
I think as you get closer to this meeting, you may get some people taking some profit off.
Yeah, you might get that. You might get. There's all kinds of stuff we might get.
Old Tesla, 298. Look at Portnoy. Goodbye.
Yeah, Portnoy bought what? How much money did he spend on it?
$10 million. His logic was sound. He said, "Look, it's going to go up 10% in 2 weeks, and I'm going to buy a horse with the profits." He wants his $1 million. He's going to use that $1 million to buy a horse.
Well, I'm going to tell you, at least he went with Tesla. That's not some stupid penny stock or something, or crypto or something stupid.
Yeah, and he went equity too. He didn't do any options, so
yeah,
that's not a.
Well, Dave is kind of another one of those guys that everybody's like talking about how he's done, but You don't become as rich as these people are being dumb, and you don't sell a business. Well, how many times did he sold Barstool? Twice, 3 times?
Twice. Yeah. Well,
And he's
sold
paid.
yeah.
He paid $1 for it to get it back one time.
Yeah.
I don't know what he did the second time, but I mean that's pretty damn smart. Like you can't. It's hard to call somebody dumb that does that, right?
Oh yeah. Can't.
Now his stock trading is. I don't know if you'd call it dumb or just ignorant more.
Yeah, I think the thing that people do is they don't like somebody, so they call them dumb. Now he does do things that you don't like, but that doesn't necessarily make him
like. There's a lot of shit I don't like. But.
Yeah, doesn't necessarily make him stupid.
I mean, that's like people call Elon dumb. Like,
yeah,
how many people have created or been a part of $3 billion ideas?
Yeah,
3 separate ones. We're not talking about just the same thing over and over again. We're talking about PayPal to start with, right? Remember PayPal?
Yeah.
He was in on the PayPal, all the PayPal stuff.
Yeah.
Tesla.
Yep.
I mean, you can't argue with Tesla now, can you? And then SpaceX. You can't argue with SpaceX.
Yeah.
I mean, hell, it pretty much replaced NASA until he pissed Trump off.
And you've also got, the Boring Company that hasn't really even gotten the light.
Right.
So, yeah.
But the guys, the people that sit there and call people like that dumb, well, I'm just going to say it. That's dumb people that say that because you can't get your feelings out of the way to acknowledge that, hey, I might not agree with this person, but their ideas are really good.
That's something the market teaches you very quickly. You want to trade with your feelings on companies, you're going to get tore up.
You're going to get your head ripped off.
Yeah.
We're making a move back up here. This is kind of.
How's CBD?
CBD is back to 4,200.
Tesla 299.
Yeah, Tesla's on a little move here. Of course, it got the hell beat out of it on the party stuff, which I'm really torn on a third party. I think America needs a third party, but I'm not sure how we get there, and I'm not sure if Elon can get us there. So, but I'm not calling him dumb for saying it, right?
No, I mean he's exercising his leverage with the resources he has. I mean,
yep.
That's all it is. Wow, so far I didn't realize it was $20, $20.50. Good job, man.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, I don't know a lot so far. That's technically what some people call collar. Oh, I got you on the premiums using it. Yeah. Howie has a shoulder surgery to bring him on because he won't be able to go for a bike ride or go do anything fun.
That's
like
true.
he does.
He has no excuse now. Yeah.
Yeah. Wednesdays with Howie.
Oh, I like that. Hump day with Howie.
Yep.
Not to steal his OnlyFans slogan, but there's your pump. Pump it up. Pump.
Oh man, it's like Roy. Looks like we missed a good thing here. Kenny Chesney just showed up at the Floribama last night and played.
Oh.
I know a couple people that were there one night when he just showed up and randomly played, and they said it was probably one of the funnest nights they've ever been there. It's just like you saw people running in, and they were like, "Huh, we already got our booth and spot. Y'all have fun, trying to get in." I did that with, and they didn't realize his name Riley Green was playing there, and I kind of walked in and like, "Why are all these people in here? Why is Riley Green?" Like, I didn't really. I might have been drinking a little bit. Like, okay, who cares? Well, obviously everybody cared. Look, it's got right back to 5,200, Roy.
Yep.
Back up to that
We're
72.
I was going to say, we're rapidly approaching the EMA clusters.
Yep.
In a periscope, what we got here? Got a little gamma holding up. Maybe push back into this cone as Homeboy talks. We are testing the bottom of the pre-market zone. That's a pretty strong candle.
That's a very strong candle.
Very early in it. It's still getting groovy. Bookmap.
Yeah, it is. I mean, I see 75. If it breaks 75, next spot would be hold on to your half 80. Here we come. Crazy thing is, CVD is not running up as crazy as you think it would. It's only at 5,800 here. $5,900. Okay, it's getting a little momentum this time. 6,000. It's getting a little pop this time, Roy.
Tesla 301. Apple's pushing up. It just went green. 210. Nvidia is green at 159.
Something just had to come out.
Meta's green. Mag 7's getting a push.
We got some. There's got to be some positive news fixing to pop somewhere. This candle is. I mean, and it could be shorts covering too. Don't get me wrong. I mean, you had some things talking about Iranian news come out.
Yeah. There's a pop. Boy, that's a pop.
67, 66 CBD. You got orders moving everywhere. I think we could possibly see 80 here. And then I don't know what happens after 80, if they can go through. You got all these orders popping in here right at it now that you didn't have before. You noticed earlier these orders were cleared out where it had moved, run up.
Yeah.
Now you're getting orders that popping above and below, like they're kind of slow it down some here. You got about 30 minutes of a Trump cabinet meeting. We got an hour. You should have the top of the hour. Also should have the 52-week bill. They're going to say what the auction is going to be, how much is going to be available. Typically, we get a pop at that. You get the European close at 10. Could be why we're seeing some shorts cover at this time, getting ready for the European close, maybe. U.S. extends authorization for some Russia-related transactions. I mean, that shouldn't move it. I mean, to the point now where, I mean, anything moves this thing.
Yeah, I was going to say. There's such light news on the data, like economic data this week, that anything is.
You want to watch this 80 level, in my opinion. If they can break 80, then you got 82. You got order sitting at 82 then you got order sitting at 85. You got to remember, 89 was our overnight high on Globex. You're getting, I mean, a little pop here, Roy. If this breaks 80, you get above a lot of this consolidation from yesterday.
You just popped above basically VWAP, anchored VWAP, the 8, the 21.
On the what? The 1 minute?
On the
5 minute. I see it on the 5 minute, yeah. It's up here at the 200 now. And then, of course, you know, at 83, we got that damn 400 up there that seems to be something. If it breaks that, well, it could be a fantastic day for these
10-minute candle halfway through. You are getting a very strong candle alongside, but I don't know how much juice is left in it. Same on the 15-minute.
Roy, your damn CBD has gone to 7,400, 7,500.
So you get a pullback maybe to 77, maybe 75 if you're lucky. You enter along.
That's kind of what I'm thinking. Let's look at Bookmap. At 77, 76 range.
Yeah, that's kind of where I had it. want to put 77.
Don't put a fishing orders. Wait till it comes down and do your order. If you set a fishing order and it drops right through it, well, you're screwed, right?
That's true. It's happened.
We had this conversation yesterday. Just trying to remind you about our conversation yesterday.
I appreciate it. Fear and greed index is extreme greed still. Go ahead.
Yeah. You guys don't know. Yesterday, Roy, when that news came out, the reason Roy's got hammered on it is he had a fishing order down there at the low, and of course it ran right through the low. And I was like, "Look, brother, we got to stop these fishing orders. Can't do them anymore." Well, here comes. We're gonna get oh wow, Roy.
Yeah, what was that?
I don't know. We got 82. We got the 80 now. We got to get the 82, then the 84, and then. I mean, that high is next, and I would expect it to probably break that high.
Hitting orb high right now. 5-day moving average is also there if you're into that, Howie.
Couldn't break the 82 and shut your mouth.
The Mag 7 has not, you got Meta that's definitely followed through. Tesla 302.67. Wow, that thing has jumped $5 since we talked about it. Nvidia staying green. Apple's flirting, just keeps going green to red, basically flat on the day. Microsoft red, Google red, Amazon red, and Mag 8, Netflix red. But you're getting this push up in.
There's the 82. Now we need the 84. Well, they moved them to 83. They moved them up a little bit that time, so I'll take them out. All right, let's look and see. Tesla. Let's look at next week calls.
Roy knows what I'm doing here. 350s?
Roy knows what I'm doing here. Next week, I got too many here. All right, the 350 is pretty much 100. I think I'm going to go with the 340s, Roy.
Okay. Next week, how much are the cons per ton?
Let's see. We're going to put a limit order in. Well, I can get 165 for it. That's a little bit off, but if it pops a little more here, it hit that 165, and then I'll sell them.
Not bad. 3% up day on Tesla.
Green days when we like to sell, right?
Absolutely.
Oh, there it is. So
there it is.
Yes, I'm still using Thinkorswim on this stupid shit. I need to put some money in Tasty Trades and try them and see if I like them. That's the thing. I got to see if I like them or not. I don't know if I like them yet. I know a lot of people buy them, but
different world, different experience for sure.
Previous candle, you had a red bubble, fresh bubble for, then you had a big green bubble now. There's a lot of delta in that last bubble. And let's see if this next bubble gets us here. I mean, it's going to need the delta positive to break that 85, 84, 85 area. Like I said, if it breaks that, we should go to that overnight high. At least, I would think. Struggling to break up here. Oh, it just has something swapped there. What I hate, Roy, is when it gets to a level and you just see them bringing orders in. Like they take 10 out, you see 40 come in, 10 out, 40 come in. Like, what the heck? Let it run. IWM strong move. Yeah, we talked about that earlier. I hadn't looked at it today. I mean, since then. So I'm assuming we're getting the same kind of move here.
Yeah. Big, like new high a day kind of move. So pullback.
79 maybe. If it would give us a green bubble here, I would probably, we're going to take some of that out. Okay. Right at 79. That bubble is going back and forth, red to green, red to green, red to green. I like it for a quick scalp to back up to that range you just had. At 83, 84. Maybe I shouldn't have turn back red pretty quick. Got a little early on it. A little early. Ooh. I'm not liking this move back down now, Roy.
Yeah, no, it's coming with some steam. That's for sure. It's.
Yeah.
But it is holding anchored VWAP in the 200 on the. Well, I got the 200 on the 5 right here. Took a punt, but I need those green bubbles to start kicking up.
Yeah, I'm with you here.
Pushing down, now flat on ES. A little British guy on Financial Juice just whispered in my ear, just a reminder, next week is earnings week kicking off.
Next week is earnings week, yeah.
BlackRock and the banks, Wells Fargo, Citi.
BlackRock is the... I mean, is there a company stronger than BlackRock in America?
No. They've got...
Is there a company stronger than BlackRock in the world?
No. 10 trillion in assets under management. 10 trillion.
If you want to hate BlackRock, go back and look at the 2008 housing crisis and how much property they bought.
Yeah.
If you want to hate them, that's a reason to hate them there. All right, we're going to push back up to, we got to break 79, 80, but if we can pop above that, we can go back to 83, 82. We're getting a red bubble. Got a couple greens now, red. We need more greens. You're in the long, right, Ron?
Yeah. This tweet was just sent to me. It says, men will get fired, divorced, be in debt, and the only thing they'll say is, I'll figure it out.
Absolutely. I saw that yesterday. That is
yeah.
There has never been a truer statement. Whoa, it's got a big drop here. What the heck happened?
Push down.
Yeah.
Hey.
And pipes back up. What in the world just happened? What in the world just happened, Ron?
Trump, True Social.
Ah. Well, way to go.
Trump. No
What did he
extensions
say?
will be granted. No extensions will be granted on any tariffs on August 1st. Is when tariffs will be enforced August 1st. No extensions. So that's what caused the boom. So you've got now this like taco trade, right? People are buying the dip based on taco, but he's saying no extensions, no nothing. We're gonna
Yeah. I think gonna pop all the way back up in it.
tend to do this yesterday.
Yeah, this was the move yesterday that where it would move up and come down, and move up and come down, and but it kept going in the direction that it was first going in. Is kind of thing. CVD is still 6,100. Volume is coming up on Tide here. I mean, they basically what they did is, Roy, they cleared this thing up where it go to 84.
Yeah.
If we can get any move back up here. I mean, they cleared orders all the way up to 84. Possibly. I like CVD being here. I like the volume is turning back up on Tide a little bit. What it was, now it's kind of turned down a little bit. Just can't break back up. Roy got right up there to that down. I am in a long again. I like a long here. I don't know why. Because it could come down to 69 or it could go up to 84. That's where it's kind of where you got orders at. So, but I like how Tide was kind of moving up a little. Let me refresh it here to make sure. And it's a slight downtick now.
Well, one thing's for sure, they are defending that 70 level, even on that drastic drop. That's where you saw the orders, but that could have been that obviously is what popped it, that those orders sitting there. But if those orders are now gone.
Well, you got orders at 69 still. You got 116 and you got 99 at 70. So you got orders still sitting there. CVD is coming back. Volume just dropped on Tide too. That's not a good sign.
Yeah. So much for him waiting until after the cabinet meeting.
Yeah, you were right on that one, weren't you?
Yeah, nailed it.
The only reason he put it out because he heard that he wouldn't. He had to prove your jinx right.
Oh, that is. I am 3 for 3 on getting caught in his damn messages.
Yeah, that was a tough one there, Roy. That was a tough one there. I got caught in too on the 25K account that I hadn't traded today. I traded that one and got wrecked on it pretty quick. So we'll leave that one alone the rest of the day. We are still up 208 another one, so we got that working for us. Pop back up there. Go to 84. We are getting close to being done for the day, even though this thing's fixing to come out. So, anybody got any questions or anything, comments before we excuse me, before we get ready to call it?
You're getting this
My
move up
bladder's good.
here.
About an hour and 15 minutes, and we're right on an hour and 15 minutes. Hour and 5 so far. So my bladder's like, you need to be about done, buddy. Oh, Roy, I've been drinking a lot more water here lately. So, it takes your body a while to get used to drinking more water when you haven't been drinking enough water.
Yeah.
It'll work itself out. The crazy thing is, Roy, there's nothing stopping this thing now. There's nothing holding it up, nothing stopping it. Like, I don't know. There's not enough order here really to do much. You got 70 here. Jumped in late. Fellas, glad to see Roy back. Yeah, Roy, he's back. We got the man back. The man, the myth, the legend. They are going to stream his cabinet meeting live. So that means it's going to be volatile. This thing's coming down. It's going to break to 69, I think. Maybe not. It's going to hold it right now, but
That's CBD. Is CBD showing any signs of
51, 50 up? Just broke below. So no, not now. Yeah. Our good day is not a good day. We just went red on top step. So I think that's a good place to call it. Thank you for me to not trade today. So you guys have that is the best thing ever. Yep. Roy, I think we're finna call it too.
Yeah. What a drop. This damn.
One message just tanked the market. So we were on a good run there. I mean, I think we go to 60 now. I mean, I just don't see anything going up to 60, to be honest with you. Yeah. But also, we're getting a big green, and CBD is going back to 5,000. All right, Roy. I'm done.
All right,
man. Thank you for being here today.
Yeah.
We might trade more. Who knows? You never know if that's what we're going to do. We're not always the sharpest knives in the drawer, so we'll see. But
take it one trade at a time. See what happens. Getting true social bond 3 times in a row. I gotta love it.
You gotta love that, yeah. Well, so karma came back and got me. I was on the good side of it yesterday, the bad side of it today. So be it.
Apple is moving green, which is odd. Tesla still strong. Meta got hit a little bit, but Nvidia's green, Apple's green, Tesla green. Everybody else is pretty red. Just mixed data out there. Just trade safe. Cabinet meeting's about to start. I do believe there'll be a lot of positive stuff, but just trade safe.
Yeah, I don't know, Roy. I don't know what it's going to be today.
We're going to take a break, but all right, guys, we appreciate it. Thank you.
Yep. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you, guys.
Take it easy, guys.